At the beginning of this Thoughts on Little Nightmares video, I'd like to state that 6 is a sweet little persevering, loving, helpful. Who's this lady? The question in most people's mind from the start of the game. Who is she? Is she a nightmare of 6? Which can be supported a little through the title of the game. 6 even gasps as she wakes up in the beginning of the game, which can justify the lady being a nightmare of hers. Later on, we see other sleeping children. Perhaps it is related to the nightmares part of the game's title. Or maybe it's just referencing that. Though 6 isn't the only child awake, as there's also this kid who gives her a piece of bread, though that raises more questions than it answers. Who gave that kid the bread? Why don't they want to eat it? And why are they dining all alone when the rest of the kids are sleeping? Assuming they're a part of the same group of children who are sleeping. In an attempt to answer the questions we started asking, the lady could be the mother of 6, which is a possibility caused by the presence of pictures of supposedly 6 in her room. 6 looks very similar in size and in her face's revealed part to the aforementioned picture. Hence, she might be 6's mother. Her tainted intentions though made her a nightmare for 6. The sleeping children, they might be having nightmares as they are shown sleeping in their beds. The real nightmare though is the reality of the world, where a lady does not want anyone to be more beautiful than her and is ready to cross any barrier to reach that goal. The other kid that throws us the bread probably does not want the bread after seeing the dark reality of why they are being fed. Now, would a chicken really want to be fed if he consciously knew what the people farming them are up to? And for why that kid isn't in their bed and sitting alone in the said area? Well, understandably, I think insomnia might be one of the symptoms of knowing your life is about to end very soon. The understanding of the situation makes things make sense here. Similar to the lady we see in the beginning, the long-legged suicide man is also a mystery. Who could he be? Well, he has in fact a build that is quite similar to the long arms man. Are they brothers? Or jumping into the otherworldly possibility of them being the same person? Could they be? I mean, it looks like, and we assume too, that the person with the long legs committed suicide, but in a fictional world, anything could be a possibility. Could the long arms and long-legged character be the same guy? I mean, somehow, someway, he might have lost his legs in an accident or something. Well, as the chefs are a pair, it increases the likelihood of long arms and long legs being a pair too. Brothers, maybe? There are straps on the janitor's bed. Is he trying to stop himself from doing something? Perhaps he does not actually want to wrap these children and send them off for nefarious purposes. Perhaps he himself is stuck in his own distinct nightmare of doing this evil job that he does not want to do. The straps on his bed might signify the reluctance or hatred for his job. Talking about wrapping bodies, some of these wrapped bodies aren't at all child-sized, starting from the kitchen area. Which means children aren't the only victims of these nightmarish scenarios. The chefs are wearing masks. If you focus and look at either chef, you can easily see it. Plus, they scratch their itch from under their masks sometimes. Looking at a still photo of the janitor while writing the script for this video, I couldn't help but notice that he might be wearing a mask too. thinking about it for a bit more, I noticed that everybody in this game is wearing a mask. Yes, even the lady herself, everyone except for the gifts and the children. So here's the thing, the lady is afraid of anyone being more beautiful than her, as she is fought with the help of a mirror at the end of the game, signifying she is afraid of it. She is probably aging and does not want to look less beautiful than she was in her younger days, and also does not want anyone else to be looking prettier than her. So the janitor and chefs are instructed to cover their faces so that no one can see their real faces. The guests are corrupted with their own appetite for eating what they eat, in very large quantities, making them fat and ugly. The children, who are young and more beautiful than the lady, are caught in the middle of all this and face the nightmarish scenario of being captured and eaten by the world the lady has set up. All competition eliminated, no one prettier than her by the time it all ends, is what the lady's dream scenario is. Surely a dream for her, but a nightmare for most of the others. We just talked about how the janitor and chefs are instructed to cover their faces so that no one can see their real faces. Well, there can be other possibilities, like a gruesome one where the lady damaged their faces to make them look ugly and them choosing the masks on their own to hide their damaged faces. Or one involving children where the janitor and chefs are nothing but children themselves. Just the ones that chose to comply with the lady's demands when the others ran for their life. They're just children operating under some animatronic suits which help them catch and pass justice on their peers who chose to run from whatever the lady wanted them to do. Probably something involving her looking the most beautiful of them all. The bodies and movements of both the janitor and the chefs do feel quite unnatural, which goes in favor of supporting this theory. Before we get to the end of this video, there's this small weird point I want to talk about. I was wondering about the presence of a rat trap and hanging dead rats too in the game. Well, it just came to me that the trap and the mice were probably put there by the likes of the janitor or the chef. The trap to catch them and stop them from eating what they are preparing, dark. And the mice, the hanging ones, to set an example for the other ones in the area to not mess with them, or their fate just might look like the examples they see. At one point in the game, it seems like this gnome is looking at the picture of their family. There are photographs of gnomes in Longarm's or janitor's room. Are they related in some way? Though gnomes even help us with getting away from the janitor when he almost catches us. That implies these gnomes aren't exactly his family, probably. Why do the gnomes, once hugged, start following you in such a cute way? Heart melting, isn't it? Of course, everyone loves love, but do we remind them of someone? Also, they want to come with you, but can't for some reason. For all the help they provide, for being such friendly figures in this otherwise dark and opposing world, Six eats one of them while they are offering her a sausage. I don't know, man. There's just no hope in this world, or the fictional one produced by this one. I don't know. Well, the explanation that makes sense at this point is that just like the lady does not want anyone to be more beautiful than she is, Six, as a cute little, brave and well-intentioned person, does not want anybody else to be as cute, brave and well-intentioned as she is. The virus of ego has corrupted the bad and the seemingly good. There can only be one heroine, One individual who can do 1,000 pull-ups without sweating. One without the help of any other who beats the big bad lady, and it's me, is what 6 thinks, I guess. So the question of the video is 6 good or evil? Well, it depends. She lies in the grey area somewhere from the aforementioned norm kill.
NANI?
And without knowing the full history of the norm people, how am I supposed to give a correct answer? I mean, they could be evil, right? Of course, well, yeah, I mean, 6 is the awesome, like, yeah, and the right and the cutest. Bye-bye.